The United Kingdom's Ministry of Defense latest intelligence update on Ukraine, October 18, 2023. There has been a significant increase in Russian offensive activity on the Kupiansk-Lyman axis in the last 2 weeks. Russian shelling has intensified, and elements of the Russian 6th, 25th, and 1st Guards tank armies have conducted attacks, but with limited success. This activity is likely part of an ongoing Russian offensive on multiple axes in eastern Ukraine. Russia's objective is probably to advance west to the Oskil River to create a buffer zone around Luhansk Oblast. Russia has built up combat capacity in the Kupiansk-Lyman direction in recent months. However, Ukraine retains a significant defensive presence there, so it's unlikely Russia will achieve a major operational breakthrough. Ukraine's Armed Forces General Staff update. Russia launched missile strikes on civilian targets in Kharkiv, Zaporizhia, and Dnipropetrovsk oblasts on October 18. In total, there were 64 combat engagements. Russia conducted 11 missile strikes, 46 air strikes, over 30 multiple launch rocket system attacks. The strikes killed and wounded civilians and damaged infrastructure. Fighting continues in the east and south. Ukraine repelled attacks in various locations. Russia is using civilian homes to house soldiers, violating international law and using civilians as human shields. Ukraine conducted 15 airstrikes on Russian troops and equipment, 3 on anti-aircraft systems. Ukraine shot down 1 Russian aircraft and 4 drones. Ukraine's missile forces struck Russian command posts, air defense and radar systems, and artillery. Ukraine continues offensive operations in some areas and is exhausting Russian forces along the front lines. The Institute for the Study of War Russian Offensive Campaign Assessment. Russian sources claimed Ukrainian naval infantry conducted an assault across the Dnipro River onto the left bank of Kherson Oblast on October 17 to 18. Geolocated footage indicates Ukrainian forces advanced north of Pishchanivka, 14 kilometers east of Kherson City, and into Poima, 11 kilometers east of Kherson City. A Russian military blogger claimed 2 Ukrainian assault groups landed on the east bank and broke through initial Russian defenses, temporarily occupying Poima and northern outskirts of Pishchanivka on October 17. The blogger claimed Russia pushed Ukrainian forces back towards the Dnipro River, but a sabotage group still operates in Pishchanivka as of October 18. Russia acknowledged the operations, claiming it stopped 4 Ukrainian sabotage groups near Podstepny and Poima. Another Russian blogger claimed Ukraine occupied Poima overnight October 17 to 18. The Institute for the Study of War key takeaways today. Russian sources expressed concern about ongoing Ukrainian activity east of the Dnipro River in Kherson Oblast, framing it as potentially part of a larger operation. The Institute for the Study of War assesses Ukrainian forces have not yet created a sizable bridgehead east of the Dnipro in Kherson suitable for further mechanized maneuver. Ukraine continued counteroffensive operations near Bakhmut and western Zaporizhia Oblast. Media reports the U.S. has provided a limited number of ATACMS missiles so far. Kremlin response was muted. Satellite imagery suggests the ATACMS strike substantially damaged aircraft and infrastructure at Berdyansk airfield, but extent unconfirmed. At a Beijing forum, Putin signaled desire to deepen Russia-China ties but announced no practical changes. Russian forces conducted offensive operations along Kupiansk-Svatov-Kreminna line and near Bakhmut, Avdiivka, Donetsk City, the Donetsk-Zaporizhia border and western Zaporizhia, advancing south of Avdiivka. Reporting from Ukraine update. Ukrainian forces conducted strikes on Russian airfields in Berdyansk and Luhansk using HIMARS and ATACMS missiles. The strike on Berdyansk destroyed at least 5 aircraft including helicopters like Mi-8, Mi-24, and Ka-52. It also set fire to facilities and caused ammunition to detonate. The strike used 3 ATACMS missiles with submunitions, which explains the extensive damage. Russia had rebuilt the Berdyansk airfield to avoid HIMARS strikes after retreating from Kherson. The strike on Luhansk targeted another airfield and used 2 ATACMS missiles. In total, 5 ATACMS missiles were used across the 2 strikes. Ukraine claims 9 helicopters were destroyed across both airfields, plus equipment, air defense systems, ammunition depots, and troops. Over 20 troops were killed, including pilots. ATACMS missiles are hard for Russia to intercept due to their maneuverability and mobile launch platforms. President Zelensky said ATACMS performed very well in the strikes.